what's up, collective? Welcome back again to my channel. So I want to have some girl talk today with my ladies and just other women in general, because there is some things that I'm noticing. Like, I just got this download last night, and I realized that people really don't know how to love. They don't. And that is the reason why so many people lose out on good people, because they're so used to bullshit that when real love comes, they don't know what to do. And not only do they not know what to do, because they don't know what to do, they end up taking real love for granted. Okay, so I'm gonna do a little bit of story times. I'll probably pull some cards, but I really want to talk about this because everybody has their own capacity to love. What your capacity is, it varies. But the basics in love, showing you care, spending time with someone, communicating with them, not leaving them in the dark, making sure that they know how you feel about them, expressing your feelings so people know how important they are to you in your life. And I've always been somebody who revered and loved so many people in my life. And every chance that I got, I would remind people of why I love them the way that I do. What it was that they did in my life and on my journey, on my path, to show me something different. Usually, when somebody does something that changes you for the better, it sticks out. And so I've always been the type of person to remind people, even if it's just one little story, um, or one instance or one example of something you did, even if it has nothing to do with me, but it was something that I found commendable, something that I found inspirational, I would remind people of that. And in my personal life, I've noticed how I have been overlooked. Um, and it's pretty hurtful as someone who genuinely cares, genuinely loves, is honest. I've always been a loyal person. If I'm in a relationship with you, I'm not entertaining anybody else. And if I am, it's because you've already showed me that you're doing the same. So the younger me used to um, be a little petty, be a little tit for tat. Um, and as I got older, I realized that that was just me trying to make the other person feel what I was feeling, but it didn't make it right. It didn't make me feel better. I mean, it did, and at the time, you know what I'm saying? Everybody want to get some payback. You feel me? Um, I'm sorry. Let me reel it back. I am Shakira Najam, okay, aka Kiki, aka Star. I mean, I have so many names. It's really hard to choose just one, and I really feel like that has become a big reason why I've struggled with my identity so much. As far as like my persona and knowing, okay, who do I want to represent myself as to the world. I've had so many different things that I've been interested in. I have so many different names that people know me by, um, that it became kind of cluttered. So when it was time for me to like try to figure out, okay, how do I want to present myself to the world? Like, I'm a musician. I want a stage name. What is my stage name going to be? It has changed so many times because I love my real names, and so I've always wanted to incorporate the meanings of my real names because I really love my name. But still to this day, like even with this channel, I've changed the name several times, and I really honestly like that because I do know a lot of people. If I was to actually, I got off of social media. I got off social media because I was being stalked. Okay. People were taking my likeness and recreating it and copying it and making it seem like it was them. And I just got tired of that. Like, I'm not in a position right now where I can really stand up for myself and um, grab the attention of the people that I know will handle it. So I'm just like, I'm just gonna completely remove myself off of social media. And that's actually been a goal of mine for quite some time. Although I am on TikTok and I'm on YouTube. So I think those are both still, I mean, I don't think YouTube is considered social media, but TikTok definitely is. But the only account I have on social media right now is my TikTok, because I never took the time to actually learn it. And so I really do want to do that while we do still have access to the app. But so my name is Shakira Najam. My channel here, we're gonna be doing different things. Okay, I'm gonna have some story times for y'all, just so we could connect and you can kind of get some insight of who I am and why I feel privileged, and I feel justified in being here to counsel you and give you advice, because I do have a lot of life experience. I've been through things that you wouldn't be able to look at me and tell. And that's a whole another issue. So we're talking about love, right? So people don't know how to love. They don't know how to love. And people are so selfish. They're going to do what's best for them. Baby, they are going to do what's best for them. And you have to be mindful of this. Not in a bad way. Everybody has free will. Look, the biggest thing that I can tell you that has worked for my life the most when dealing with opposition, dealing with argumentative people, dealing with narcissistic people, dealing with people who are egotistical, okay? Because that ain't us. We are very balanced over here. If you're watching this, you are one of the people that are very balanced, and you've worked and been intentional on being that balanced individual. It didn't just happen overnight. You intentionally worked on your meditations. You intentionally worked on your affirmations. You did your shadow work to figure out what you were doing to trigger people. You did your shadow work to figure out why you accepted so much bad behavior from people that you thought loved you. And you got to the bottom of it. And so now that you're aware of it, honey, you ain't gotta even, you don't have to deal with none of that. And that was the, what helped me realize, helped me wean myself off of individuals in my life that I knew really were no good for me, was realizing that everybody has free will and respecting their free will. So if I'm in a relationship with you and I tell you I'm faithful to you, I'm not gonna see anybody else. I'm not gonna really talk to any other men. I am going to be focused on me and you. I'm gonna be here for you every time you text me. I'm gonna make sure that I am paying attention to my phone so that I can communicate with you. If you need anything from me, I'm gonna be there for you as much as I possibly can. I am here for you, because that's how we are, right? Real lovers. We are very, very. Look, I'm a Sag. I'm on the cusp. 9900 on the timer. I looked. I'm on the cusp of Sagittarius and Scorpio. Um, so I ain't even gonna lie. Like, I'm the shit. I'm the fucking shit. I have never cheated on nobody. Never. I might curse your ass the fuck out and make you feel a little belittled after you fucked around and did the same to me, but I have never ever cheated on anybody. I've always been truly loyal, okay, in my relationships. And so to be someone who has never experienced that loyalty and commitment, it has shown me that people are going to do whatever they want to do, whatever is best for them. And instead of pulling teeth and holding on tight and wishing and praying and showing them your best and hoping that they're going to do better because they see how much you love them, it's best to accept the fact that people are going to do what is best for them, even if it does not include or consider you. It just is what it is. And to be honest, um, that's a God given right. I cannot sit here as a sovereign individual, because yes, I do consider myself sovereign. I know that I am sovereign. Um, Somebody who don't take no shit off nobody. Somebody who also will utilize my free will. Um, Maybe not as selfishly as other people. I've always been very considerate of other people's feelings to my detriment. Like, I was always the type of person who people came to for advice, and I would also go to other people for advice as well. And I would be hearing their advice, and I'm like, okay, you really didn't listen to what I said, because if you did, you wouldn't be advising me to do that. And that let me know I don't need your advice. If you're not doing anything that I look up to, if you're not in a position in your life that I aspire to be in, I have no need to be asking you shit. And I got confirmation of that once I started to follow Coach Stormy. I have to speak her name. She is such an amazing example of black, impoverished, abused, turned into fucking royalty. Okay? If you are a young woman and you are on this journey of self healing and just bettering yourself, if you're here, more than likely you are. I definitely encourage you to go and check out Coach Stormy. She has so much content, and I'm sure she's still very active on all of her platforms. I'm not personally following her right now or anybody because I'm not on Instagram. But she was talking so much good shit that it literally was putting me in my place, and I was realizing, like, damn, like, bitch, you ain't doing shit. Like, you need to get your shit together. Like, for real. You need to stand up for yourself. You need to affirm yourself. You need to stop being so worried about other people and how they can contribute to you, and you need to contribute to yourself. She helped me realize that I do have a right to speak. So many of us feel like we don't have a right to speak. Oh, I don't know enough. But your life experience is enough. There are some things that you have been through that people don't know about, that you can express, um to people. You can break down to people so that it could prevent them from going through the same things. And so that is what I am here doing. I'm not here as an expert. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a psychologist, although I do intend on getting a degree in psychology. I'm not there. I don't have all of the tools to actually position myself in that space just yet, but I do have enough for now to get you started, to get you on the journey of self healing, self love, self affirmation, and blocking off any negative energy that is not doing you good, because there is some good negative energy. Honestly, most of the pain that we go through is what really changes us. Happy moments don't change us. That's our time to relish in the moment and be grateful. But when you are struggling, when you don't know where your next meal is going to come from, when you're losing jobs left and right, when your significant others are leaving you and choosing other people over you, when your family members are talking bad about you behind your back but doing nothing to offer assistance to help you become the better person that you want to be, then you see that all you have is yourself and the Most High. And that is okay with me. Besides my babies, I'm fine with losing anybody. Not even losing anybody. I'm fine with surrendering you. If you are doing something that is not beneficial to me, ain't no love lost. I'm just going to go my separate way. Because people take advantage of good people. And then they turn around and they expect for you to stay good to them. No matter how much bullshit they put you through, they expect for you to still be that good person to them. And I'm going to be a good person to you, just not in your life. I don't have to talk to you to be a good person to you. I can pray for you. I can encourage you you know, in the ethers. I can meditate for your prosperity and happiness. Um, I can sit and feel grateful and gratitude that we ever met, but you're not gonna play in my face. You're not gonna play in my face. And see, that's what fucks people up, because they think that because you're so good, you ain't gonna go nowhere. But when you really know your value and when you really are good to people, you got something to stand on. You okay with walking away, because I know I did my best. I gave my all. And you didn't reciprocate in a way that is conducive and that I deserve. So I'm going to move the fuck on, and I'm going to let you continue doing what you've been doing, because clearly up until this point, you've been doing what you want to do without considering me. And so I'm going to allow you to do that. And so I want to tell you, women especially, okay, we are taught since we are little girls that the most important thing is being with a boy, being married. Okay, then we get a little bit older. And for some reason, it's like girls are raised as boys and boys are raised as girls. Girls have had so much fucking negativity on us growing up that when we become adults, it's like we don't fucking know where to fucking start. They want you to settle down and have a husband and get married and have children and do everything the way that God ordained it to be, which I completely understand now as a single mother why it's important to be married before you have a child. But all of us have not been afforded that that opportunity. If I could have been married, I definitely would have been. But I can't marry myself, and I'm not finna ask a nigga to marry me. You gotta get on your hand and knee and ask me to marry me. And if that has not happened, that's okay. It's just not meant. You're not the one. But as a woman who is here on earth, and I am meant to reproduce, I am meant to have children, I am meant to go out and be fruitful, what the fuck you think gonna happen? I'm gonna eventually end up being a single mother. Because if I'm not celibate, if I'm giving my body away, the inevitable is going to happen. So, my son, my love of my life, I still have so much work to do as a parent, but he catapulted me into adulthood on a different level. Like, everything went from what I want to what's important for him. And I still have dropped the ball so many times, just trying to figure out and navigate in this world, in this crazy world, being so unique and different in the way that I am, to make things work. But we are prospering and things are going to get better, and I'm not worried about it. I'm not in a space anymore where I'm condemning anybody for not being there for me and my son the way that I feel like they should have been. If it was meant to be, then it would have been. But I've taken accountability for the fact that I laid my ass down and had unprotected sex. Same thing with my daughter. Didn't work out. I waited 10 years, almost 10 years, to have my second child. And I really thought, in my crazy ass, loopy ass mind at the time, that me and her father was going to work out and that we were going to get married. And he did propose to me. But as soon as that happened, things changed. And I'm not gonna marry anybody who's abusing me. I'm not gonna marry anybody who's cheating on me. I'm not gonna marry anybody who is tearing me down. I'm not gonna marry anybody who is doing anything that puts me in danger, puts my child in danger. So there's a lot of that going on. 20:02 on the timer. 10 o'clock a.m. exactly. So I'm here to share my stories with you guys, you girls, so that I can help uplift us. And a big reason why I feel that God is calling me to do this channel so much, 2022, 2024 on the timer, is because I have done the work. Okay, for the last 2 years, I have been completely celibate. It'll be 2 years in July. And I know, compared to somebody like Maya, the singer Maya, who's been celibate for 7 years, my little year and 9 months, year and 8 months, however long it is, it's nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like when I seen that she's been celibate for 7 years, I was like, wow, like I really could see myself going that long. Because let me get back to this point. When we're girls, they want you to get married, have a baby, be the mother. But then the world shifted and women are independent. Women are running businesses. Women are CEOs, presidents of companies. Women are vice presidents. Women are almost the president of the fucking United States. So we are not as limited in the idea of who we are supposed to be in this world, but there still are stigmas on us. There still is a way that you are expected to be and show up as a woman, just like as a man. um and I feel that it's never balanced. Okay, a lot of the times you come from a family, maybe you didn't get the nurturing that you needed as a young lady, and that forces you to be more on your own, and you have no choice but to be independent. You have no choice but to pick yourself up by the bootstraps, go out, get a job, work, try your best to do something you're passionate about so that you can actually be successful at it. But so many men come into our lives and expect us to take care of them like we're mothers. I did that so many times. Like, when you're a woman, it's innate for you to nurture. Like, that is what you're going to do. You are a nurturer. That's why God put you on this earth. That is your position and that is your place. But do not fall into this bullshit of nurturing somebody who is not nurturing you. I promise you, you will be mad in the end. You're going to regret it. It is not fucking worth it. I remember being a 19-year-old girl. I remember being a 21-year-old girl and listening and hearing this advice from people and not giving a fuck. Because I was living. I was living. I just wanted to be loved. Okay, I didn't have my biological father in the home with me my entire life growing up. I never even had a room in my father's house. Okay, I spent at the most, I mean, I did spend a few summers with him, but I was with my grandma because I come from a Muslim family. And so a lot of the times men are expected to be with the men and the women are expected to be with the women. But I'm realizing today that the lack of my father's presence in my life, um, it really did do me a disservice because I think it's backwards. I think girls need their fathers more, and I think boys need their mothers more. That is my opinion. Now, as we get older, it shifts. I do believe that, but I believe in the early stages of childhood to adolescence, you need your father when you're a girl, because your father is going to tell you, he going to look at that nigga that you bringing home that you want to go on a date with, and he going to say, nah, that little nigga don't give a fuck about you. I actually did have my stepdad sit me down one time and talk to me about notches on the belt. You never heard about that? It's a terminology used for men who are just sleeping with women. Okay, They'll make you just another notch on your belt. And he had this conversation with me. I was probably about 15 years old. And I remember it just going out in one ear and out the other. Because I was like, he loves me. Like, he's showing me attention, you know. It was actually my first boyfriend. And I was just like, it's not like that. And then another part of me was like, I don't give a fuck. Shit, I want to be a notch on the belt. I'm living. Fuck you mean? Like, I'm finna be grown in a minute. You can't tell me shit. Like, what? I don't care. I wasn't thinking about being married. I was thinking about having a boyfriend, being free, being independent, and just living my life, just having fun, just being a young girl. But and I don't think that's wrong. That's just a part of life. But when you get into your third relationship and you realize, damn, there's a pattern. There's a pattern. How I can't even tell you how many times people would tell me, you keep falling in love with the same person. All of your boyfriends look alike. All of them act alike. It's all the same. And at first I'm like, yeah, you know, that's my type, you know. That's my type. That's my type. Like, you know, yeah, they are like alike. You know what I'm saying? But when I really broke it down and I really realized what they meant by that, I was like, no, see, it's one thing to have a type as far as physical appearance. But when you are attracting the same hurt, the same pain, the same turmoil, the same resentment, it's time to put yourself in check and realize why you are drawing the same negative shit into your life. Nobody else is responsible for it. Because if you don't give these niggas permission to be with you, they can't be with you. Okay? So, say you're in a relationship and it's not working out. It don't have to be no animosity, mommy. You can just tell them, this is not working out. This is not healthy for me. And if they continue to do the same shit that they've been doing, what you think you supposed to do? And see, this is when it gets tough because I vape. Okay, moment of transparency. I vape. I do smoke weed, and I'm working on quitting this eventually. But I'm not gonna hide it. I don't. I want to be transparent. I want to be who I am. So this is probably the one thing that I do. One bad habit that I do have, because I literally don't do shit else. I don't go to clubs. I don't go to parties. I'm not dating anybody. I'm literally in the house with my babies, looking for God to direct me so that I can get on the path of living my true self. So this is it just is what it is. But so what really helped me once I realized that it was me drawing these into energies into my life, I decided I'm done. I'm done trying. This next person who comes into my life is going to have to be what I have been to everybody else. And I know we hear people's stories and we be like, okay, they did this to you, but what did you do? I'm a living witness of being somebody who didn't do shit. That's why I know it's more of y'all out here. It's so many good people. I swear to fucking God, we didn't do shit. These motherfuckers don't keep their words. They fucking gossip and talk shit. They in competition with you because they want to be better than you. Instead of just joining the fucking team, my nigga. Just be on the team. Work as a team. I will elevate you. But instead, they come into your life. They want to take your energy. They want to take your ideas. They want to act like you. Yes, I've had niggas come into my life and act like me. Where the shit in the fucking world? You a whole man and you acting like me, my nigga. I'm telling you information. You getting on the phone telling y'all niggas like you came up with this shit. Like, excuse me? Meanwhile, I'm back here looking like I ain't doing shit. That's how they want you to look. Like you ain't doing shit. Okay, my nigga. Let me remove myself so people can see you're not doing shit. Okay? And that's exactly what I did. The last relationship that I was in, he was my friend. We weren't together very long. We were dating probably about a month, 2 months, and he was open with me, and he told me that he was really into polygamy. And I was like, unless there's been a lot of talk about polygamy, me as growing up as a Muslim, I've seen it to where men do have more than one wife, but of course it has to be in a way where they are able to take care of those wives equally. So I'm like, okay, you know what I'm saying? We just got into each other's life. I'm not gonna like try to change you. If that's what you want to do, you can do that. But I'm gonna be honest with you and tell you I'm looking for monogamy. But because I do like you and we are getting to know each other and we are vibing well, I will consider um your stance and see how it is. I'm not meeting no bitches. I'm not talking to no bitches. But we'll see what happens. Hell no. Hell no. Y'all, I almost gave up. I almost let a nigga talk me into being one of two or three or four or five or six or however many fucking women he was fucking with. I almost talked myself into allowing myself to be a part of that and accepting it. Because somewhere down the line, I felt all these men that I've had in my life, 3 or 4 real relationships, lasted about 3 years at a time at the most. They're never satisfied with me. So maybe there are no men who will ever be satisfied with one woman. So I'm going to accept that and I'm going to enjoy having him around because I really do genuinely have a connection with him. I care about him. He cares about me. But even though I really always wanted to be a wife, I'm going to go ahead. Hell no, nigga. Hell no. I put up with that shit for probably about a fucking month. And once I realized this nigga had left me with an excuse, he said he had to go and help his family, okay? Left me, and on his way to his family, this nigga stops at another woman's house, calls me on the phone while he's at this woman's house, talking to me. Y'all know what happened? This nigga on the phone telling me, oh, I miss you, you know what I'm saying? I want to give you a kiss so bad, da 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 da. The bitch in the background, she like, what about me? Bitch, ain't he there with you right now? See, what the fuck you mean, bitch? You ain't even gotta say all that. Just kneel down and get this motherfucker a kiss if you really a G about it, bitch. But I didn't do that. I didn't do that. You feel me? I didn't do that. I didn't say shit. I just listened to it and I was like, I laughed a little bit. I'm like, wow. I told him later, like, see, this is the other thing. Men don't realize how women do. They don't realize the fucking games that women play. You feel me? I know for a fact that that bitch said that shit so that I can hear her. But bitch, you not knowing how cool I am. I don't give a fuck that this nigga's at your crib. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit because we're not together like that. We just chilling. We getting to know each other. Woo wop, the bam. You feel me? So you can't make me jealous. You can't make me jealous by being in the background saying, oh, what about me? Bitch, first of all, you twice my age. Okay? You twice my age. You don't know how to fucking be a feminine and get what the fuck you want by now. And then I'm looking at this nigga like, oh, you ain't ready for nobody like me, nigga. You're not even fucking with the right type of women. If I'm gonna be in a polygamous relationship, them bitches better be like me. Sorry. Anybody got a problem with it? That's the only way it's gonna work. Them motherfuckers gotta be just as keen, just as charming, just as beautiful, just as smart, just as wise, just as motherfucking efficient, just as healed as me, just as funny, just as witty, all of that. Just as talented. If they ain't like me, baby, it ain't gonna work. Cause I am going to surpass these hoes. And then y'all are gonna be fucking mad at me. Because if you coming into the situation with your ego and trying to flex like you better than me. How the fuck we gonna be in a relationship with this nigga and share this nigga? Get the fuck out of here. That shit ain't gonna work. So I realized, you know what? I'm gonna still talk to him. I kept talking to him. Mind you, this is 2 years ago, okay? So I don't give a fuck about none of this shit. I don't talk to this nigga. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. We still cool. He talented. I go look at this shit sometimes, just, you know what I'm saying, to energetically support. I have no hard feelings for him. It's just bad and sad for him that he didn't know what the fuck he had. You feel me? And that's how you gotta remind yourself. Ladies, these niggas don't know what the fuck they got. Can't even be mad. You just gotta move the fuck on. So a week goes by. This nigga at another bitch house. And he on the phone talking to me. Talking about, I can't do this. Her house is dirty. Her bathroom, the ceiling was leaking and shit. I'm like, but you was just at my crib and I was catering to your every motherfucking need. Nigga, you had a place to fucking lay your head. You had a place to fucking wash your ass. That was clean. I'm always cleaning around this motherfucker. Was cooking. Everything. But no, you didn't want that. You wanted to go do what you wanted to do because you thought you was going to find better. Guess what? A few months later, after I cut it off, I was like, I can't do this no more. Like, you really don't give a fuck about me. We had a really long conversation one night and I was expressing my feelings. I shared some things with him that I wish I wouldn't have shared about my childhood. And this nigga was quiet on the phone the whole fucking time. And I was like, you know what? You don't give a fuck about me. We're not even friends at this point. After that, when I tell y'all, this was some of the best intimate relations that I have ever had in my life. And that is why I decided to become celibate. Because what you're not gonna fucking do is fuck me and treat me like I ain't shit. What you're not gonna do is make me feel like you love me. Well, really, you just using my fucking body to get what you need, pulling my energy, draining my healing. You want me to heal you, but you don't want to fucking heal yourself. So I'm gonna harness my energy. I'm gonna back the fuck up. I'm gonna let you do you. I'm gonna let you continue to dig yourself your own hole. Because I'm a teacher, motherfucker, but I ain't God. And I ain't got it in me to keep getting hurt and bashed and belittled and overlooked when I don't fucking deserve it. And that's what you gotta do, sis. I promise you. Celibacy has been the best thing I have ever done in my life. I wish that I would have been celibate way longer. Like, I don't feel like being a virgin into marriage is something that I really regret the most. Like, I don't, whatever. It is what it is. It's the past. It is what it is. But I know the reason why I was so I want to say addicted to sex. I literally, my addiction was not in the form of me going out and being promiscuous. My addiction was being in relationships with men longer than I should have been because I was getting that fulfillment and that love, what felt like love, what I thought was love. So for that small window of time of getting the time and the attention of love, I put up with so much bullshit that here I am now in the end saying no. You do not deserve my body. You do not deserve my mind. You do not deserve my time because I need to give it to me, because all those amazing things that I explained that I am, I still have work to do. I still have so much time that was lost putting into other people that I am now behind in my successes. Okay, my life, I'm living in a fucking hood. I'm in a 3-bedroom house. This house was probably built in like, I think like the 50s or 40s or some shit. It's an old ass fucking house. I'm grateful for it. I have a roof over my head. I've been here for almost 4 years. So I feel like I'm doing something right as a little girl who always was moving from place to place. You know, I'm breaking myself out of those habits that I was raised on. I've made so much progress, but just imagine how much further I would have been if I wasn't even paying attention to no fuck boys. So this is a pep talk for all my women. I really want you to consider celibacy, ladies. Like, seriously. I don't care what age you are. I don't care. One of the most annoying things to me is seeing a woman so desperate for attention and love that we give ourselves. It might not even be your body, but even your time and your attention. Like, don't even open your mouth to tell me about a nigga that ain't even on your level, my nigga. Like, don't even open your mouth to me, because I'm gonna be looking at you like, no. You need to be focused on your mind. You need to be focused on your healing. You need to be focused on why you keep on settling for this. I don't give a fuck if I was homeless. I know my worth. And can't nobody come in my life and tell me otherwise. I don't give a fuck what it look like, nigga. My car is old. My crib is old. Goddamn right. But my soul is new. My heart is new. My mind is renewed. And the right man is gonna come into your life and see that, and see how abundant you are, and give to you so that y'all can maximize off of that. But if you coming in and I gotta fucking be the one always nurturing to you, catering to you, uplifting you, I gotta turn the other cheek and look the other way because you cheating and you doing this and doing it. Nigga, I don't give a fuck. Just do you. Go do you. Okay? Everybody has free will. So, I just wanted to get that out there because you know what? There are some young women out here in this world who are just starting their path in love, and it all stems from not having that male in your life as a young girl. You really don't know what to look for. You really do believe that sex is love. You really do believe it. It's called making love. It's so confusing. You believe that is love. And then it takes for you to be so hurt to realize it never was love, when you can really prevent it by being celibate. And I didn't know what this video was going to be about. Like, honestly, I'm not here to, judge you and condemn you if you are sexually active. I'm just giving you an opinion on something that I can honestly say has done me some good, a lot of good. It's making me so strong. Like, yes, I still have bad habits, but so many of my bad habits that were actually killing me, changing me, having me stuck in this place of resentment and feeling lost, at times feeling unworthy of living, feeling purposeless. Don't let nobody make you feel like that. If they're making you feel that way, you have every right to exercise your free will and move the fuck away. Move around, okay? It's not that serious. It's really not. It's really not. Do you know how much creativity and spiritual guidance and love that you get from the Most High when you dedicate yourself to your prayers, to your manifestations? Even if you're not seeing it come into fruition just quite yet, keep on going. And if you are still sexually active and you know in your heart that it's not helping you, I'm just here to tell you, you can do it. You don't need it. It's just another way that we pacify ourselves, but it hurts. Think about how you feel afterwards. Think about how disgusting you feel afterwards, because I know some of y'all feel it. I know I used to feel like Because when they done, they get up and they go about their fucking business. And you sitting here like, well, damn, you ain't gonna hold me. You ain't gonna, talk to me. You ain't gonna, like, you just gonna go to sleep. Or you just gonna get up and leave. Or, like, you good. And then you ain't even did what you was supposed to do for me. It's all about you. I'm good. So, if you're a father and you're watching this, your daughters need you. 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 Your fucking daughters need you. Your daughters need you. Every age, your daughters need you. And they don't need you coming into their life telling them what they did, they doing wrong or right, when you weren't there from the very fucking beginning to hold their hand every step of the way and make sure that they made the best decisions. They don't need that from you. What they need is your love. If you're a grandfather, they need your love. They don't need you to just put them off with their mamas, because their mamas ain't always in the right state of mind. I'ma just put off on the mama. She a girl, she be good with her mama. But why you ain't with my mama? Why you not with the mama? So you could lead a mama and lead a little girl with the mama and expect her not to turn into the mama? Expect her to do better than the mama? But you ain't even taking your time to help heal the mama. What the fuck is that? What rationality is that? I don't get these motherfuckers who have children and don't give a fuck enough to be in their lives. I was never going to be that type of parent. I might not be able to give my son the world, but I am giving him myself. I might not show up the best. I might be cursing and angry and upset, and he might have to know every fucking thing, every detail of my life, and so that he can understand why we are where we are. But I've never been the type of parent to put my child off on somebody else. And I think that is where the world has been fucked up. Because you can make all the excuses in the world. And no, this is not really personal. I'm not speaking personally because I understand my family's dynamic and I get it. I'm past it. I don't give a fuck. I don't harbor no resentment. I get why people do what they do. I'm trying to prevent all the new parents out there. If you are a father and you are watching this and you have a daughter, you need to be in your daughter's life. Okay? And vice versa. If you're a mom and you have a son, don't just put your son off to the daddy. Like, no, you need to be there. Be there. People are having children and they don't want to fucking be parents. I don't fucking understand it. It's free to be a parent. It's free. It costs you more money to go to that fucking job every fucking day. It costs you more anguish and anxiety being with that fucking significant other that ain't even helping you and ain't contributing shit to the fucking household, just hurt and lies and manipulation and making you be less than a parent to your child than you can be because you walking around hurt all fucking day. It's free to be with your kids. It costs less to be with your children than it does to send in a fucking daycare or school. So what is the excuse? So yeah, I'm just, yeah. Spirit, thank you so much for allowing me to get on here. I'm gonna just pull a quick card for the collective. What is the overall energy for this reading? It's already been 48 minutes, so I'm just gonna pull a couple cards for y'all. Okay. Spirit, what is the overall energy? What do you want the collective to know today? Sorry, Queen of Cups. Intuition, sixth sense, delicate senses, perception, empathy, restraint, gentleness, mysterious benefits, spirituality, generosity, love, the family. Okay? An intuitive woman. So, your intuition is vital. But you have to be careful of what your intuition is telling you, because your intuition has to be trained. If you are always used to intuitively being guided into some bullshit, you need to sit down with yourself and the Most High and pray. Pray for discernment. I started praying for discernment in 2018. My life changed. I got out of that relationship that I knew was going nowhere. I relocated myself. I started 3 businesses. Um, Discernment is the ability to know and make the decisions that are best for you. Easily put. It's not going to always be easy. Like I said earlier, sometimes you got to wean yourself off of people or bad habits or behaviors. But most importantly, you have to get down to who you are and what you want. Don't let nobody tell you that you are not worthy. I don't care what the fuck you look like. Okay? I don't care. You could be 600 motherfucking pounds. You can have stretch marks so deep that they will never heal. Okay? You can be walking around with one leg, missing toes, no arms. I don't give a fuck what you look like. You have the right to accept and make boundaries for yourself that are conducive to you. And if anybody got a problem with it, then baby, they just not meant to be in your life. That is okay. You got to be okay with losing, because you're going to win something else. And sometimes, let me tell you, you will get an opportunity, or somebody or something will come into your life and you'll be like, this is it. This is going to work. Like, okay, God, I see why you have me sitting waiting, why you have me changing, and, why you told me to hold on and not do those same things anymore. Like, I get it now. I get what you were preparing me for. And then that shit don't work. You like, wow, I did all of this and I got all the way here and I finally met the person, or I finally got the job, and this motherfucker ain't acting right, or this job don't appreciate me. Then what? Then you continue to stay true to you. The truth is always revealed. Nothing can be hidden. Not forever. So, what we need as the divine feminines is to remain aware of ourselves, our intuition, and follow our intuition. Look, my car is having trouble right now, and usually I run them motherfuckers to the ground. I done had probably 10 cars. I kid you not. I've had so many cars in my life. I've had the oldest car all the way to the fucking brand new, off the lot, ain't paid shit, no down payment, let's drive off this motherfucker, ain't even being released until next year type shit. I've had so many cars. I don't care if it's old or it's new. Them motherfuckers give out when they want to give out. And there's nothing that I've been through more, probably, than being stuck on the side of a road in a vehicle because it didn't get the maintenance that it needed. God covered me. I've never been in any accidents. I got in one accident when I was like 16, but I got hit. And it was like a side swipe. Never been in any accidents, but how many times have I had to call a tow truck? How many times have I had a flat tire and been stuck on the side of the road? I am done with that shit. So for me, now, my truck, I can still get in it and I could drive off and I could be fine. I can get to my destination, but I don't fucking know. It's acting funny. It's not riding smoothly. So what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna drive this one down to the ground. I'm not gonna drive it into the ground. I'm gonna sit it there because God is telling me you don't need to move. You need to sit still. And when you get the money to get it fixed, then you get it fixed, and then you can go about your business. But until then, don't press the issue, baby. Don't keep pushing it. It's already telling you it can't take much more. And that's how we be in these relationships dealing with people. People will keep on just keep going. Just keep going. Keep going. I'm going to give you some gas. You're going to make it there. Even though you making noises and you're shaking a little bit, but you can do it. You can make it. You can make it. Just go. You got to go here. You got to go there. You got to. You got to. No, the fuck I don't. I need some maintenance. I need some maintenance. I need some time. I need to rest. Okay? I need some love. I need some attention. And until I get it, I'm not fucking moving. That's what I'm doing in a lot of my personal relationships. And that's what I'm doing with my fucking vehicle. That's what you gotta do. You ain't gotta move. There's a saying, when you can't see, you don't know what to do, sit still. Sit still in your Queen of Cups energy. Pour into yourself and your children. Pour into the Most High. Pour into your manifestations. Pour into that creative endeavor that you have not had enough courage to do. And who gives a fuck what anybody thinks or says? You probably could read their minds. You know what they're thinking before they even say it. But so fucking what? You are a Queen of Cups. And you don't have to give your water or your cups or your nourishment to anything that is not helping you. And if you do decide to, don't expect shit back. Because most people don't know how to love. They don't. I'm telling you. Trust me. Motherfuckers have been so hurt, they don't know how to fucking love. So when you find someone who truly knows how to love you, then you pour into that. You'll have so much more. Okay? Trust me. They should have loved you. They should have treated you right. They shouldn't have taken you for granted when they had you. And it's so sad that it takes a lot of the times extreme measures like celibacy or blocking you or not talking to you or ignoring your motherfucking ass all the way from 0 to motherfucking 100 and acting like you never fucking existed. Even if in my quiet time I'm thinking about your ass, I will never fucking tell you. Because you don't deserve it. Because when you had me right there, you didn't give a fuck. You played in my face. You belittled me. You talked bad about me. And you didn't give shit to me. Yeah. So I'm going to do it for my fucking self. Cry me a fucking river. When I was nice and I was the Queen of Cups, you shitted on me. You took my cups and gave it to somebody else. Ain't that some shit? Have you ever gave somebody a free plate and they take that shit and give it to somebody else and it was your last? It was food that you could have gave to your kids. You fed this motherfucker. They took that plate and went and fed somebody else with your shit. Oh, that's what we doing? That's what we doing now? Okay. So now you got to go and water your own plants. You got to start your own garden. You gotta buy your own plates, buy your own fucking cups, cook your own fucking food, and you give that shit to that motherfucker. Leave me and mine alone. I don't need it. Because before you came and took this extra, I had just enough for me and my babies. Honestly, a little bit more than we needed. How many times you gonna keep letting them take from your cup when they don't deserve it, mommy? How many times? Why are you doing that? Do you feel like you're not worthy of love? When God, the Most High, created you and put you here, your heart beats on its own. You have no say in that. And you're going to sit up here and make it seem like to yourself you're not worthy of what you know that you deserve? No. You are worthy, and I'm here telling you. I don't give a fuck what you look like. And that's another thing. A lot of niggas will leave you because they think that they're going to find somebody better. Somebody with a better body, longer hair, the right skin complexion. Only for this bitch to turn out fucking crazy. This bitch going behind your back talking shit about you, spilling all the beans, when the whole time you had this perfectly well, wise, loving Queen of Cups who would have done anything she could to make you happy. You shitted on her. Niggas do that. I'm telling you, they will do that. People are so accustomed to bullshit that they justify their egotistical ass actions, hurting people, as if they did nothing wrong. So, you know what? You ain't doing nothing wrong. You're right. You did nothing wrong. As long as you ain't in my fucking situation and you ain't offending me, baby, you're right. You did nothing wrong. Take your energy back, mommy. Please.